So, it didn't go well. In fact, it went terribly. And I think the best signing I've made is a 42-year-old Heung-min Son. All right. Technically, I haven't signed him yet. I'm waiting for a work permit. But literally, he's the most exciting thing that's happened to me in the entire transfer window. And I have made a signing. But signing Sonny back to come here as a coach, I thought, well, I've got to get the fans on side. What better way than to sign Sonny back, right? Even though he's pretty bobbins. And he's not even signed. But nonetheless, I think it's pretty much a done deal. So, we can move past the fact that we're still waiting on a work permit. Let's talk about what actually happened. All right. So, if we just have a very quick look, transfers out. They weren't even transfers out. Mickey van der Ven went out on a free at the end of his contract. Went to Ajax. Zalewski went to Porto again on a free. Archie Buck went out on loan. Aziz Sow went out on loan. We've signed one player. And we signed him because my scouts and my director of football would not shut up about him. And then it was an attempt to sign him by Barcelona. I thought, I'm going to nip in and sign him because I could not sign anybody else. So we signed a centre-half. He doesn't look fantastic. Everybody seems to love him. Everyone's raving about him. He's an elite centre-back. Left-footed, so he can play on that left-hand side. He's Brazilian, so he's going to be great with the ball at his feet. He is 6'2", got good jumping reach. Not scored yet, but I'm hoping he's going to do bits and bobs. I tried to sign loads. So, I tried to sign Jared Braithwaite. Couldn't get him to part ways with him. If we just have a very, very quick look, these were my centre-halves that I was targeting. Andy Harwood, I offered to pay a fortune for. But obviously in piecemeal, because I only had 46 million, they wouldn't take any of it. Couldn't get it done. I offered to try and sign Marcato. Couldn't get it done. They wouldn't take any kind of decent money for him, even if it was over. Particularly as it was over a few instalments, kind of a thing. So they wouldn't take that. And then we had a couple of players where they were really quite old, sort of 32, 33, but they were quality centre halves. And I was competing with Saudi Arabia, and they wanted 1.4 million a week, and I'm not paying that. I'm just not doing it. Again, realistic game model. I'm just not doing it. And maybe in 2034, that's what aging centre halves are getting paid, but not on my watch. Not on my watch. So it's been a poor window. We've not sold anybody, so our transfer budget's all been used on Rosa. We've got loads of room in the wage budget, which is good because I think I'm going to have to give a couple of players new contracts. But in reality, it's not been fantastic from me. And we've got the last season of this save coming up, and I don't feel like I've done us justice in the window, which is really, really disappointing. But there we go. Right, okay, let's get into how we did in pre-season. We did quite well. Only lost one. We lost to Young Boys away. Doesn't bode well for the Champions League, I suppose, but we lost to Young Boys. Other than that, we did okay. It is worth saying that when we played Young Boys, we did have quite a weakened squad. There's been quite a few players away on international duty, so it's been a bit piecemeal, but nonetheless, we've done all right. This kid is fantastic. In fact, scrap everything I've just said, right? He's the best signing of the summer. Bringing him back from loan and pumping him into the first team was absolutely the right thing to do. This is the new Jermaine Defoe, I am telling you. Fox in the box, scored 5 in 5 in non-competitive games. 6 from 5 in the World Cup for Africa. He's doing fantastically well, and he's going to be my number 9, guaranteed. He's done really, really well. We beat Lens 5-0, gave them a tatering. AC Monaco, we gave them a beating as well. AS Monaco, I should say, and that was away. And they scored from a penalty, so it wasn't really much to talk about. And we gave Wolfsburg a beating too. That's the only goal Van Duyven scored, and it was a penalty. When he's gone on, he's really not giving us anything. He is still in the squad. I am offering him out, but I cannot get takers for him. So I'm not entirely sure how long he's going to be here for. We'll see. But I can't see him sticking around, to the point where I've had the conversation with him. I've taken the armband off him. He's no longer our club captain. Alif is the man with the band. He's going to step forwards. He's going to lead us into this new season, and he's going to deliver us some trophies. He definitely is, right? Another Brazilian, absolutely flawless in terms of his ability to run at players. So, and from a leadership perspective, yeah, delighted with it. Scariglia is going to go in as vice-captain. Again, decent leadership, really nice and brave, wants to put himself about, plays every game. Another good one to have in the van. So that's where we are. The squad you will completely recognise from last season, right? So there's no changes. I've brought Tom Field up to the senior squad, recognised as a wonder kid, done quite well in pre-season. He played 3 games for me and came on 3 times 2. So he's been in and around the first team. He is improving as a result of that. I've also had Periat in the first team, but he's been struggling from an injury perspective. He's not really done things that I would like him to try and do when he has played either. And therefore, I've not registered him for the Premier League in the same way that I have Tom Fields. So we'll see how that goes. Depp's in there at the minute. He'll drop back to the youth team, as will Hanratty as well. He'll drop out. Kulusevski's injured again. I don't think I've seen the lad fit in about a year. So he's not really featured all that much in pre-season either. Today, we've got Leeds. All right, so we've got Leeds at home. We're going to do that game. You're going to be with us while we play them. And then we're going to kick on. And I genuinely think we're going to try and rattle through this to the point where we get to the Champions League, because that is going to be our bread and butter for this season. So the next time you join me, I'll be picking the team for the Leeds game. I shall see you shortly. Welcome back. It strikes me that I didn't talk about the season preview. So there it is. You can see that they think we're going to finish 5th, which is worse than last season, which really sums up my window. So that's good. One player has made it into the team of the season, and that's Alif. So I'm in no way, shape or form surprised to see him in there. The one person that's missing, instead of Evan Ferguson, that should be David Okori. Fact. But we shall see. We shall see if I'm right? Because you've got Evan Ferguson, who's an absolute monster up there, and you've also got the beast that is Erling Haaland. I genuinely think this kid's a machine in real life as well as in the game. Look at this: determination 20, composure 20, anticipation 20, surprise finishing is not 20. Very, 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 very good player. But he's 34 and still looking like that, which is unreal. Anyway, onwards. Leeds, right? Team selection. So we're going to go positive. Not a lot has changed in terms of our shape. I've dropped us more to a mid-block, if for those of you that are interested. Not as high. I found that we've been caught on the break quite a few times because we lack pace at the back. So I've reduced us to a bit of more of a mid-block, still filtering players inside if we can, to try and bring that traffic into where we've got the most amount of bodies. But other than that, nothing's changed in terms of the way we play. Lineup-wise, Gertz and Alif will work really, really well down that left-hand side, bringing their Ajax quality to us. Rosa and Cooper centre-halves. OD's going to have to start right back because, unfortunately, Coyote took a knock in the pre-season game against Wolfsburg. Bit of a hammy injury. He'll be back soon. Midfielders, Moreno and Scariglia. Boz up there in the hole. Amarillo wide right, and David Okori as our number 9. Okay. And then, unfortunately, the one first teamer you would probably expect to see in and around it is Malval. He's going to have to drop out as our bench is relatively full. I've moved the youth players out, as you would expect. Tom Field will be in and around it, probably more for cup games. Not for this one, I'm afraid. We need to get off to a good start. Again, keeping in mind, though, that the Premier League isn't really my target, but it's all about morale. It's all about momentum. Momentum's massive. So let's see what we're going to do here then against a very strong Leeds side. Let's see what we can do. We've got to win our home games, no excuses. Let's make sure that the lads up top know that it's their job to go and get things done. Ross O'D's turned into a bit of an aggressive monster as well. It's not the best weather for football out there. How do you think the conditions will affect your performance? A little bit of weather is not going to affect us. Your hopeful performance? No, Wesley. I hope for a performance in every match. I still hope for a performance in every match. How you squad the feeling? We've got a great bunch of players here, and they've got a great a bit of self-belief, which they do. So that's how we line up. You've just seen it in the dressing room, so you had a bit of inside information. Leeds, this is how they look. Do we recognise anybody? Not really. Bazuna, is he the keeper we used to have? I don't know. His face seems to ring bells, but not entirely sure. Maybe I'm just making it up. Okay, so we are underway here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as Moreno's on the ball, comes back out to Scarigli, who steps in, and within 5 minutes we're in the lead. It looked like it took a bit of a nasty deflection, in fairness, but Scariglia loves a shot from distance. He did one in pre-season, which was beautiful. At least got a tight hammy, which is far from ideal early doors. Let's see if we can get him through. Yes, it does. That giant leg that got stuck out there has absolutely ruined the keeper, but I don't care. 1-0. Thanks very much for coming. We're probably going to drag a leaf as soon as we physically can, i.e. probably within the next 5 or 10 minutes. If this carries on, it's 9 minutes in. We've taken the lead again. Well, we already had the lead. We scored our second. A leaf notching from the back post. A lovely deep ball from Amarilla. And it's gone right the way over. The keeper is in absolute no man's land. And it's cost his team big time. 2-0. Really, really nice start to a 4-4-2 leads. From 4-4-2 is usually our undoing, particularly when they keep those two players high. But thankfully, touch wood right now, they've not seen a hell of a lot of the ball. Long may that continue. Looks like another corner to Spurs. No, it's a free kick. A leaf boxes. Finds OD at the back post with an aggressive header because he's an aggressive man. And that will do. We're 3-0 up. If we can bring this into half-time, nice and comfy, we will get the opportunity to give a leaf 45 minutes off to rest that hamstring, get some ice on it, and put Amarillo out there, I think, is probably what we will do. But let's see. Still a long way to go in the first half. Leeds have not had a shot at goal. Shouldn't have said that out loud. But let's hope we can maintain that kind of a block. United are taking the lead against Villa. Abdul Ali scored. Again, Premier League, not what we're really focusing on, but if we can build a really, really solid set of performances underneath our belt, that would be tremendous. What we're going to say here, we're going to outstretch our arms and we're going to say, well done on controlling possession so far. I'm not going to talk about the goals because goals are a result of possession. We all know this, don't we? Amaratu, on you come. Come out, have a rest, a leaf, get you some ice on, get a shower, chill out, get your trackies on. Everyone's happy. Okay, start the second half. Let's see what we've got. Bozza, early, free kick. He was offside. He was miles off. He was miles off, wasn't he? I think he was. I think the players know it too. Yeah, they do. Yes, he's run away. He knew. It was a nice bit of football. I like the idea. Just watch. Feet, round the corner. It's a bit of a set piece. Lovely one, that, wasn't it? But, straight off the training ground. Didn't pan out, though. Nice idea. Okori's on the corner because he's 5 foot and out. Again, that's Rosa's second chance at goal there. I'd like to see him score. I would. But he's not got there yet. 55 minutes. Gertz. Back into Rosa. Speak of the devil. Back out to Gertz. Into Kuzmanovic's feet. Scariglia spreads it. Good. And we've switched. I like that. Bit of a horseshoe. OD. Clips. Looking for Amaratu. Finds him. Amarilla. Oh, I thought we were going to see a Corey then. That's his bread and butter. In the box. Tucking him away from 10-15 yards. Tiam breaks forwards for Leeds. Can they work something now? They've worked their way back. Madden. And we've managed to keep him out with that mid-block. Ideal. Okay. We're reaching a point now where I'm going to make some subs just to keep everybody fit because first team's key. Amarillo is one of our key players. He's taken a knock. That's far from ideal. I didn't see that at all, so that's not great. Ferreira, again, looking to leave, but was good in pre-season, so I'm quite happy to throw him on. Chrissy Rigg for Bozza, keep him fit as well. And then we're going to put Tarul on for a Corey. Send those lads out. Protect our forward four, really. That's everything we need to try and do. That forward four is going to be absolutely everything for us, particularly because we've not been able to strengthen so well. at the back. And that's not my fault. Oh, by the way, I did ask our director of football to do a bit for us. He was bringing me 2.5-star centre-halves. And that's just not for me, I'm afraid. It's just not for me. We need far better. Speaking of better, Russell just got caught right under that, which is schoolboy stuff. Let's have a watch of this. I would be furious if on a Saturday morning my under-17s got caught under it like this. Look at that. What's that? What is that? The centre-forwards dragged him out and Ross has got caught right under. And that's just allowed for that pocket of space. Aaron's managed to get hold of it and he's fired it in the bottom corner. And Leeds get a goal, which is not what you want. I know it's late on, but really you're looking to try and keep that clean sheet. One back from us. Teruel's on. No, he's not. Riggs on the ball. Riggs stuck over like that. Looks after it. Are we going to... No, we're going to keep it on that side for the time being. Are we going to horseshoe now? No, we're going to keep it there. Are we going to do it now? I don't know that we are. Scariglia. Ball out wide. Ferreira, beat your man. You've got that in you. He's done well. Can we clip? Because Teruel's in the box. No, Moreno. Poor touch. Scariglia wins it back though. Rig from distance. And it's not found the back of the net, I'm afraid. Good football, though. I'd have liked to see us switch. Maybe that's being greedy. 2 minutes to go. There it is. Full time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We'll take it. It's 3-1. It should have been 3. Disappointed with Rosa getting caught underneath it. Scariglia played fantastically well. But to be fair, a lot of the lads did. Really, really good game. Nice way to open the season. Outstretched arms. Very happy with the result and the way you've played. We'll move on. Right. Oh, Ross. Really? I talked to you at the start of the game, not you specifically, but it's a rare event to see Scariglia score. He's worked really hard on getting that part of his game to improve. Coventry, top of the league. They beat Wolves 3-0. Okay, fair enough. Chelsea, second bottom. Not the best start for those boys as they got beat by Arsenal, who I, by the way, think will go on and win it again. Right. Okay. Let's see. I think the reality is we are probably going to come back to you after at least a month. I'll come back to you probably in Southampton for the Southampton game, the start of September, at the end of the transfer window. I'll see if I know anything else in terms of Champions League movement as well. And then we can really start to forward plan for what will be our last season. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a massive season for us. If you can give the video some support, I would really, really appreciate that. We are trying to grow. We are trying to do things well. And obviously, it's all the better when people are watching along with us. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.